Rave. Here we go. Let's talk a little baseball first. Tucker.
All right.
Braves have had a lot of young pitchers up this year. They've had Max Fried, Mike Soroka, Tuki Toussaint. On Monday, it was Bryce Wilson, Colby Allard as well. Who was the most impressive to you?
To me, it is Soroka. I know he's out right now, and when you go and look at all these young guys' statistics, you see a few guys on there who have great stats. Tuki is one of them. He has just one start, though, so it's hard to analyze. I think Soroka has the biggest number data set to analyze. I know you love your stats, but I'll go with Soroka. Hope I didn't steal yours.
No, I'll pick someone else because
Okay.
I love Soroka. He's one of my favorites, and I think if healthy, he's the best one. I'll go with Bryce Wilson. I just changed my mind. You know what?
It's another one.
There's something about that kid.
Yeah.
There's a toughness. There's a oomph about him on that mound that he's 20, by the way. And, I mean, they're all good. Tuki's good. It's incredible. And now I love Max Fried. If I'm going to include Max Fried on there, it's tough. But I'm starting to wonder about Bryce Wilson a little bit, someone who wasn't even named very much at all earlier. We'll see, but what an unbelievable collection. And they're not finished yet, Tucker.
No.
They've got more behind there. Kyle Wright in AAA, Ian Anderson in AA, Kyle Muller in AA. It's amazing what they put together, and those kids can help in the bullpen coming up in September. All right, football now. The biggest question mark for Georgia, first and foremost, let's do them. Well, you know, look, I think I'm going to say I'm worried a little bit about the schedule of it being too soft and coming back to bite them a little bit later on in the season. But I'm going to say linebacker, and I think it's going to take care of itself with Brenton Cox, some other young players. But early on, we got to see who's going to replace all those kids that win the NFL.
Yeah, mainly Roquan Smith. You have a playmaker like that running all over the field.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be tough to replace him, and you won't replace him. But you have a lot of guys coming in who are going to work as a unit, hopefully, to halfway replace what he was able to do there at linebacker. I agree. I think linebacker is the biggest question. Running back, you lose Chubb and Michelle, but they've got plenty of running backs. I think that's going to be okay. Defense overall will be all right. Kirby Smart's a good defensive guy, but linebacker honing in there, that's really important.
You're getting scared, aren't you? I can tell.
A little bit. A little bit.
All right, Georgia Tech, the biggest question for Georgia Tech. We can also look at the defense and wonder about the secondary, you know, because they lost A.J. Gray and everything. And I'm gonna have something that Tech fans may say, come on. But I wonder about that offensive line. Their center's hurt right now. They've moved their tackle to center. I don't know about that early on. That may be a problem until there's some stability there midway through the season.
Yeah, that's important when you're running that triple option offense. You got to have the right reads and all that good stuff. I'll stick with the secondary. He had A.J. Gray coming back as the only starter, and then he goes out.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough. They got a new scheme to learn, too, so at least they won't have any old habits. But that secondary is going to have to really come in and do some work. They'll have some linebackers flying around to help them out a little bit, but that'll be something to watch.
All right, biggest question for the Falcons, despite their goober of a coach. What do you think?
Can the offensive coordinator do well? That's all.
I think you're right, and I think I'll add to that the defensive line. Are they going to be able to replace Don Terry Poe? That's my question for them and their goober head coach. That's Rant and Rave for this week.
The best